You want to try again? Hello and welcome to Banter Wars.
You do it.
I'm Vice President Jim. This Muppet.
Oi! No. Hello and welcome to Banter Wars. Screw you, I'll do it. My name's Prime Minister Adam. This is Vice President Jim. Lower ranks than me.
Better chair.
Damn it. But he just did a rather amazing screwdriver trick. And now I'm going to do an even more amazing trick.
With...
By introducing you in a rather straightforward fashion to the show.
Been roundabout so far.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Heat E now. We've got 4 Why is this so difficult? Why is it so difficult to introduce the show?
We've got 4 more
No, 8 more robots.
8 more robots. 4 more eats. You ready?
Is it 4 more Heat? Yes, right, let's just go. This is ridiculous. Let's go. 8 more robots competing for the next space in Banter Wars Grand Final.
Piss poor.
Let's go. Where do they hire these people, honestly? Nevertheless, we have an action-packed episode for you here today with Banter Wars. We have robots such as Varden, Kitty, Red, Queen Blaze, Angry Monkey, and Snaveel's Slave 1. So plenty to get our teeth into. The first match today, Varden versus Angry Monkey. A big green V with large circular saw blades that crunch together in a grappling motion. Varden is a destructive, capable, and invertible robot. This one has its many strengths. It can be turned over, it can be pushed aside, but it will always get you with those massive claw circular saw blades on the front. A very unique type of weapon. However, they are quite flimsy, only attached with 2 steel bars. Could they fall off, and could Varden be extinguished from this competition?
I've always wondered what it would be like if I was on a gaming show. I don't even know what I would talk about. Well, maybe I can say that I like to try not to laugh at funny videos on the internet. Or maybe how I like to do lots of Let's Play videos and always be fascinated by space. I'm always playing games about space. Then I always do my vlogs. I can talk about my vlogs a little bit and how I just talk about things that are going on with myself and how people should look at their lives in a more happier way. You know what? I think I could do this. I think I know exactly what I'm going to say if I was in a game show.
To fight against Varden's V-Robots, we have the Angry Monkey with 2 swinging Angry Monkey claws. It's also armed with a spike at the front and a spike at the rear, which will aid in getting under the other robots. It uses its immense fury as a weapon against the opposition, but is so angry that sometimes it will self-harm. So this robot could potentially become its own greatest enemy. It goes even more furious around fruit and, strangely enough, Greeks.
1 monkey. 1 awesome robot. And 1 ass kicking to be given. Let's do this, mofos. How much am I getting paid for this shit?
So Varden, the lean, mean green machine. An Angry Monkey, orange, completely violent. 2 very colourful, 2 very big robots enter the ring for our first battle of Heat E, and there go the swinging arms of Angry Monkey colliding with the arena floor. That's where it could end up damaging itself, but for now those arms are dangerous and Varden wants to avoid those, but it's got arms of its own with circular saw blades on the front and it's underneath the Angry Monkey robot where it can attack those vulnerable wheels. They are large wheels and they stick out quite visibly from the side of the robot, so Varden is going to go for those wheels, but the spike on the front of Angry Monkey is causing damage to the top of the shell of the Varden robot, and those swinging claw blades can also be very dangerous. You want to avoid them. And one of the saw blades has come off of Varden's robot. There goes the other one. Varden is now defenseless. Within the space of seconds, both the saw blades are ripped off by those Angry Monkey claws. What's Varden going to do here? It's lost everything. It's only got its drive. It hasn't got much pushing power. And Angry Monkey is well on the way to the next round here unless something dramatic can happen. The Observer Bot watches on as Varden is pushed backwards to the arena wall by the angry monkey machine. It uses those claws as a way to drag itself forward over the arena floor. Now Varden tries to push back to retaliate against the angry monkey robot, but its damage is limited without weaponry. And the Observer Bot's getting bored. Action has become rather stale here, and we're going to go to a judge's decision if this carries on. It will go to a judge's decision. I don't see anyone being immobilized. And here we go. It's going to have to go down to our judges to decide, or our sole judge to decide who progresses through to the next round. This could be vital, where Angry Monkey took the weapons off of Varden using those angry monkey claws. It pushed Varden around, but Varden had very little to say in return. I think this can only go one way, but it's down to our trusty judge to decide.
Court is in session for the case of Angry Monkey versus Varden in Banter Wars Heat E. Now for this one, it's quite easy. Angry Monkey was by far the more aggressive of the two robots. It took off both the circular saw weapons on the Varden robots. Though no robot was immobilized by the end, the clear winner of this battle, according to this jury, is Angry Monkey. Varden dismissed.
Well, let's be honest, it was all over as soon as those circular saw blades were torn off by a very angry primate. So Angry Monkey progresses through to the next round. Pity for Varden, it was a very promising machine. But nevertheless, we will move on to our next battle, Cly Games against Queen Blaze. Cly Games, probably the biggest robot in this heat. It has a sledgehammer weapon on the front and a rather unusual wheel design, which makes this robot invertible, but also at the same time very slow and sluggish to move around the arena. Despite its shortcomings, it was voted the sumo champion of Banter Wars 1.5, so that could make it favourite for this battle.
What's up guys, I am Cly Games, and here you can see what I get up to. I play all sorts of games. I've got my own little newscast. It's called Loads of Fun, but right now you're here to see some robots kick some ass, and my robot happens to have a giant hammer. Everybody loves a good old hammering. Haha. No pun intended or innuendo. I don't. Yeah. We can kill things. Banter Wars.
Queen Blaze, surely the queen of this Heat E Banter Wars episode. It got to the final of the weapons match lineup in Banter Wars 1.5 with use of those very special lifting arms at the front that can really throw opponents across the arena. However, it's unstable and it can only rarely self-right. It does take its time doing that. So Queen Blaze will need to stay on her wheels if she wants to progress through to the next round.
Hey everyone, Queen Blaze here. If you don't know already, I am a gamer, a rager, I guess you can call me, because everything I do I get pissed off about. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is me introducing myself to a competition that was created by a Heap of Games. You guys can check them out. But what I am doing, I am entering a robot competition. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's pretty much robots going at it head to head and duking it out to see who wins. And here's my robot right here. Don't let the looks fool you. I'm sure this girl can do some damage, and I'm hoping that she will do some damage. But I am just doing a quick little intro. I've seen other people intros, which is awesome. They have done crazy editing and introducing their robots. I hope this is well enough for you guys, and I hope you guys will join us on this little journey here. I will be watching to see and hoping that my robot goes far into this. You guys, real quick, check them out. Check out the series. It's going to be a whole heap of fun, and I hope to see you guys there.
Cly Games probably should be classified as a monster. It's massive. Against the much smaller, but much nippier Queen Blaze. It's David against Goliath, or Davina against Cly Games. And there we see the speed of Queen Blaze, but also the instability. And Queen Blaze is on her back within the seconds of this match starting. It tried to get that flipper underneath Cly Games, but it's such a large machine, it's going to be difficult to turn it over. And now Cly Games has got Queen Blaze in its grasp. It's got the hammer tucked underneath the weapons and against the shell of the front of the robot. Throws it forwards. And Queen Blaze really needs to get back onto her wheels desperately here if she's going to get back into this battle. But this robot hardly ever self-rights. It does eventually, but it does take its time. And during that time, Cly Games can really do some damage on the Queen Blaze machine. It's doing that damage now. Off comes one of the flipping spikes of Queen Blaze. And that's a real blow to her chances of self-righting. That halves the power of the weapon overall. And things are looking really grim for Queen Blaze now. Cly Games is simply too big. And Queen Blaze not stable enough. There goes the other part of the flipper. It's on its back, just about edging around the arena. But I think it's done. There goes a wheel. Queen Blaze is done for. And Cly Games can now celebrate victory and progression through to the next round. Surely Queen Blaze is not going to be mobile on just one wheel, and it's being counted out. Cly Games can now take on the Observer Bot to see if it stands a chance. Not much can stand a chance against that tame house robot, the Observer, and there goes Cly Games tipped on its side onto the flame grill. It can work upside down, but it cannot work on its side. Now what's the Observer Bot going to do here? Is it going to play around with Cly Games a bit, maybe push onto the drop zone? Oh, I don't know, maybe onto the pit. There's the arena flipper on the other side, Observer Bot. Why don't you put it on there? Where are you going to put it? You are going to put it on the arena flipper. Brilliant. I love to see a robot fly. We've had some good flings so far in this tournament, but Cly Games is a much heavier machine. I'm not sure how far it will go. We'll have to wait and see. There it goes. Not quite as far, but ooh. Equally cringy. The Observer Bot, gleeful at its new victim, Cly Games, thrust into the air by the arena flipper and comes down with a big bang. It'll take punishment. It'll even lose a wheel, as you can see there. But the robot will progress through to the next round. We're just going to let Observer Bot have a little bit of fun time. Open the pit, Observer Bot. There we go. Now push Cly Games in. You haven't got much time left, Observer Bot. Stop playing with your food. Go pit down. We're running out of time now. It won't go Judge's decision because Cly Games' initial opponent was immobilised. But the Observer Bot just hasn't been able to dispose of its latest victim, which is rather disappointing. But that match started so quickly and ended even quicker. Queen Blaze immediately on its back, taking punishment from Cly Games, which took off piece by piece, like a child pulling the legs off a spider. It was cruel, it was needless, but it was victorious. So Queen Blaze drops out in this early first round battle. Cly Games, the massive monstrosity of a robot, progresses through to round 2. Next up, we have Kitty and the Cake Dictator. Introducing to the arena, Kitty, by Chips XP or Kitty. You can find her on Twitter. This robot has a wedge spike on the front and a high top speed. It's also the only robot we have in Banter Wars using 4-wheel car steering. This does mean that the robot is quicker, but it also has a very large turning circle and harder control. And did you know that Kitty was the original artist for the Banter Wolf, the mascot of Banter Wars and the Banter Wars Trophy?
Whoa, hey guys, this is Kitty, better known as Chips XP on Twitch TV. You might also know me as the artist of the Banter Wolf. That's a thing I did! But enough about me. Check out this sweet, adorable little thing here. My friend Adam has put together a one-of-a-kind kitty mobile for me that I know is gonna win big. This little guy features a spike ram up front and is the only robot in the competition so far to have car steering. Thanks, Adam. I feel pretty confident that I can totally win this thing. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Bye!
The Cake Dictator has made some impressive performances in the past in Banter Wars 1.5. This one belongs to Laternal. It has spinning spike fists and a spike bar at the front. The weaponry is ferocious, as we've seen in the past. It rips things to shreds. It's been described as the hypnosis of Banter Wars. Despite its strengths, it cannot self-right, so if it comes across the flipper, it had better watch out. It is the King of the Hill, champion for Banter Wars 1.5. Can it impress just as much here in Banter Wars Series 2?
What is up, everyone? My name is Eternal, and I am the Coordinator. I am here to kick you up with my kickity goodness and delectable force of frosted doom. Why am I cake, you ask? Because cake! CKTV, I'm kicking. I'm coming for you. P.S. Visit Eternal on his randomly weird channel any time of the day. No cake necessary for entry. P.P.S. Adam, you the man.
A real tough ask for Kitty. Taking on L'Eternal, extraordinarily powerful in previous battles. But hopes are high for the Kitty machine. It's fast, it's red, and it's named after a feline. Which always works out well, I suppose. But L'Eternal straight in on the sides. Kitty was hardly moving, and there goes a wheel, and another wheel. That's half the robot gone already. Oh dear. Kitty, maybe the car steering wasn't such a great idea. Whoever designed this robot, go back to the drawing board. Oh, there goes Kitty spinning off now. A bit unbalanced now. I don't think it's going to move very far on two wheels. You can see the car steering trying to give it some mobility there, but L'Eternal's weaponry is so powerful, it's so vicious. I would not want to come across this robot in a back alley somewhere. There goes another wheel taken off by the fridge, would you believe? So one wheel left on this wagon. Go on, take it off. Go on, bring every single wheel off. We haven't seen that so far yet. We have seen a few wheels come off in this heat so far. And now the observer bot has given up, waiting for Kitty's revival, and goes after L'Eternal. L'Eternal has the opportunity now to go after the observer, but it's gone after Kitty again. Perhaps to inflict further punishment. Leave it alone. It's had its punishment. It's out. It's lost all its dignity. Oh dear. Now even the observer bot's getting involved. But L'Eternal is the winner here. It pushes Kitty towards the pits, towards the fridge even, and there goes the last wheel. That's every single wheel gone. We haven't seen that so far in Banter Wars, so that's pretty good. And now the observer bot has its opportunity to defeat L'Eternal. It's on the edge of the pit. It just needs to reverse get away from those spike bars. They tear things to shreds, observer bot. But then again, the observer bot is made of hardened, diamond-encrusted diamond. So it is virtually indestructible. And L'Eternal's pushed towards the pit, and it's in. The observer bot fears nothing, fears nobody. But Kitty certainly does after that battle. That will be having nightmares for the rest of its existence. We hope Kitty comes back next year with a stronger machine. Because let's face it, the designer really had a bad idea in car steering. That didn't work. There's L'Eternal that goes through to the next round. Commiserations to Kitty, a wonderful competitor. And hopefully we'll see that one next year. But now we have our last round one battle of Heat E. Snave 1 versus Red. The Snave Eel has entered Snave 1 for this competition. It had a completely different design in Banter Wars 1.5, but now it's more compact, more closer together, and the weapon spins twice as fast. It's still invertible, it still has that vicious weaponry, but it's still got exposed sides, exposed wheels, and that could be where this one falls out of this competition. But Snave Eel will be hoping for this one to go all the way, and with that weapon, anything can happen.
My strength did not come from lifting weights. My strength came from lifting myself up when I was knocked down. And I am strong because I've been weak. I am fearless because I've been afraid. I am wise because I've been foolish. Before you start to judge me, step into my shoes. Walk the life I'm living, and if you get as far as I am, just maybe you will see how strong I really am.
Facing up to Snave 1. I do love that intro, by the way. is Patrick Robery. He's entered his robot Red, which has a flipping spike very similar to the Youse machine's flipping spike. It also acts as a self-righting mechanism. However, this robot is probably one of the smallest we have in Banter Wars, and that could really count against it, especially against some of the larger machines.
Hello everybody, every pony, every robot, everything. I am Patrick Roby. I am most well known for reviewing cartoons, TV shows such as Robot Wars, MLP and much more, and also films. I also do dramatic reads and many other random stuff now and then. But now to my robot, a small, agile, sleek design that is called Red. Well, simple name, but you get the idea. It's got small wheels and is invertible with a very powerful flipper that may look small but is very deadly. I hope it goes far, cause I'm Patrick Roby, and this is my intro.
I hope you do love the introductions for each of these competitors. Remember, you can always go and check out their channels by going to the links in the description. But let's get back to the action. This is Snave 1 against Red, spinning disc against Flipper, a classic in robotic combat, and they come straight into each other. That spinning blade getting dangerously close to those wheels on the side of Red. It wants to get away from that spinning disc because it does rotate fast, but there goes a wheel. We've lost another wheel in this heat. That's quite a few we've managed to take off so far today. And Snave 1 is the perpetrator here. Now Red is going to have to retaliate. It's going to have to show that it's mobile. It's underneath Snave 1 now and tips onto its side. That's a good attack, but it's just spinning in circles, and that could mean that it's immobile. Meanwhile, Snave 1 still on its side, but now back on its wheels. It's now back on its wheels and capable of causing even more damage to Red. The robot is smoking. The robot, I think it's dead. It's dead, and the observer bot comes into the action. Can it beat Snave 1 like it did Leternal? It's pushing against Snave 1, but it's taken heavy damage from that weapon. It's close to the pit. It's close to the pit. All it has to do is push in, and there it goes. Observer bot wins again. Just like Snave 1 defeats Red, it was over quite quickly. That spinning disc doing the vital damage on the side of Red before conking out completely. Bad luck to Red. Well done to Snave 1 for making it through to the next round. And here we have confirmation of our winners from round 1, Angry Monkey, Cly Games, the Cakeinator and Snave 1. And this is how they line up in the next round. Leternal's Cakeinator is after Snave 1, whereas Angry Monkey and Cly Games, Battle of the Giants.
So, Heat E goes off to a roaring start.
Yeah, not bad, was it?
Not for Kitty, though.
No.
Kitty isn't a lion, tiger, cheetah, jaguar, leopard.
Not even a house cat.
No, it's more of a sort of crappy little runt that you get, like...
Don't ever put tyres on the outside again.
No, with car steering. It didn't work. Unfortunate. But that was a good performance from Leternal, quite destructive.
We're going to be doing Robot Wars races. It might have worked there. But not yet.
Races?
Yeah.
That might be a good idea for Series 2.5. If anyone knows how to make arenas for Robot Arena 2, get on it. And we'll get it into Banter Wars 2.5. But we're getting off topic. Who else did we have performing? We had some large robots. Cly Games beating Queen Blaze.
Yeah, that was destruction. That was brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. That's what we like to see.
I mentioned that Leternal was the champion of the King of the Hill, which I got wrong in telling you. I thought it was a sumo. Cly Games is the champion of the sumo. So we have got two champions in this heat. Be interesting to see if they come together and what happens there.
Yeah.
Apart from that, Angry Monkey, knuckle dragger as we've called it, sort of drags itself along on the ground with its weaponry. I'm not sure if that's a design flaw or a design quirk.
I don't know.
You're the engineer, come on.
Yeah, but still.
Anyway, the next rounds we've got Cly Games against Angry Monkey and Leternal against Sneville.
What do you reckon?
Everyone says that Leternal was the favourite. Leternal on the Banter Wars wiki has been mentioned as being one of the strongest contenders. So I've got to say Leternal. I'm going to go with the mainstream. For Angry Monkey versus Cly Games, I'm going to go for Cly Games.
Okay, I'm going to give Angry Monkey on that one because it's just bonkers.
Bonkers, yeah, it is. Which we like most of the time.
Onward.
Onwards and upwards, or sideways for us. Or backwards.
Can we just get on with it?
Yeah, we'll go crack on.
I swear these presenters are getting worse. Nevertheless, this is L'Eternal and Snave 1. Two highly destructive weapons come together in the Banter Wars arena. That's totally not a rip-off from the Robot Wars arena. And L'Eternal pushing against Snave 1 right into the corner. Not only does it have powerful weapons, but has a powerful drive too, 4-wheel drive, and the Snave 1 is under immediate pressure. It's on its back now, but it is invertible, so it will carry on moving. Spinning disc getting up to speed. Observerbot, get out of there. It's not your fight. Oh, glancing blow by Snave 1. But L'Eternal isn't happy, and L'Eternal comes in on the side of Snave 1. There goes a wheel, and Snave 1 will now be counting down the seconds to its demise. That's another wheel gone in this heat. We've got an entire yard full of tyres and wheel bases now. This is ridiculous. Stop it, L'Eternal. You've already won this battle. The disc has gone. One wheel left on the Snave 1. Not even a spinning disc. It's over. It's going to be immobilised any second now. And the Observerbot has the job of cleaning up the mess. The mess being the winning competitor. It pushes L'Eternal against the wall. Just needs to guide it into the pit somehow. Turn it around and push. The Observerbot pushes and L'Eternal's in the pit. Well done, Observerbot. L'Eternal may be able to shred opponents to pieces, but it will never shred the Observerbot. Snave 1, however, will be going home in a bin bag. Wheels off, spinning discs off, dignity off, everything off. At least L'Eternal stayed in that one piece. Well, that was over rather quickly. L'Eternal's robot still so deadly. I cannot see much stopping this one. But we still have another round 2 battle to go, and one of these two will face the Cakeinator in the Heat final. Angry Monkey or Cly Games. These two robots are huge. Some of the biggest we have in Banter Wars. Angry Monkey and Cly Games with the hammer. One of these two will go through, and I don't know why they would put themselves through the punishment of going against L'Eternal's Cakeinator. I don't think they want to. They've already gone after the Observerbot. That's not who you should be after. I know you don't want to go and face L'Eternal. Nobody does. But come on, we need to see some action, and here we go. The hammer comes down on the front of Angry Monkey, and those claws are too wide, even against the giant Cly Games, to attack. Now it pushes with the spike. It's got more pushing power than Cly Games, it seems. So Cly Games and Angry Monkey split up for the second. Have a look at the Observerbot again. I don't know what they've got against the Observerbot, but now they're back together again. And you can see the dents, the damage on the front of Angry Monkey from that hammer weapon. Surely it's only a matter of time before that damage becomes too much and the Angry Monkey is immobilised. But for now, it's underneath Cly Games. It just needs to get those claws in action. It needs to cause damage. It needs to maybe take off one of the wheels. We've seen enough of that in this episode already. Maybe we should have some more. Get out of there, Observer. Get out. Go away. No one wants you there. Angry Monkey trying to get the claws in now on top, and the wheel's gone. Where's that gone? I think this spike on Angry Monkey's taken off a Cly Games wheel, and that could seriously affect mobility of the Cly Games robot. And now Angry Monkey is the one doing all the pushing, all the attacking. It just needs to get those claws onto the shell of Cly Games. Cly Games in serious trouble here now. The pit is open and they're nearby, and I think Angry Monkey can push Cly Games. It is pushing Cly Games, and it's in the pit. Topples in itself. But it's Cly Games who drops out of the competition at this stage. It's a close battle at first. I thought Cly Games was actually doing the most damage between the two competitors, but the spike against the wheel at the front of Angry Monkey did the damage on the wheel, affected mobility, and the win goes to Angry Monkey. Cly Games drops out, which sets up a rather juicy heat final between Angry Monkey and the Cakeinator. What do you think of this one, lads?
Right, so we've had round 2, which was entertaining again. L'Eternal, as we both predicted, I think.
Yeah.
Got through quite easily. You don't like the fact that robots have wheels on the outside of the body rather than on the inside.
Stop it. Just stop it. They're going to get smashed off every time.
Engineer, look, he's got a boiler suit, so listen to him. The other game, You chose correctly, I chose wrong, again. But I was going on the fact that Clyde Games was the sumo champion.
Yeah, they're both big robots. And
You'd have thought the sumo champion would have the better pushing power, but the knuckle dragger drags against the ground.
It really helps.
That's actually quite... I like that design. Hence why I made it. The breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop it, yeah, okay.
Please.
Next up, we have the sumo.
The joke of the week.
Yes. Go on, play it.
Joke of the week. This is no joke. This is sumo. And we have two more competitors in the ring. One old favourite, one old rubbish one, really. We have Claws at the side of the arena, Flame Grill, you know the bizzo. We have our two competitors. This one was formed by the assistants two previous robots in Series 1. My best robot uses parts on both the assistant box and my bestest robot from the first series. It has a large axe weapon and a bunch of confusing stickers just like before. We've tested it and, quite frankly, it's utterly useless. However, it can actually move, which could be the biggest advantage for this robot, unless the other one can too. So in Series 1 there were two robots. There was the assistance robot that went out in the first round, and then there was the My Bestest robot, which also went out in the first round against the Bone Bugger Upper. Facing up is Dinner for One, the return of Jives the Butler's dinner plate robots. This one was one of the shock competitors in Series 1, reaching the grand final. However, it cannot self-right and has been untested in the arena. The weaponry has been improved though, it's very powerful, and this robot hopes to make a dent in this competition. And last time it got to the grand final of Banter Wars, after disposing of the long arm of the law and the arch rival Poshington's Price Box, it beat the Dayruna in the Heat final. But in the grand final, it met its match against a powerful and ordinary robot. My bestest best robots and Dinner for One. 3, 2, 1, and the sumo begins. Look at those wheels spinning on my bestest robot. It may be his bestest robot, but it's already on the edge of the ring, and it's out. My bestest best robot. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And Dinner for One strolls through with ease to the next round. Another fantastic sumo event.
Yes, fantastic.
The assistant's new robot. A little bit better than the first two in the first series.
Yeah.
It lasted all of 5 seconds.
Yeah. What the hell? Really?
You've not been impressed with the sumo entrance so far.
No, I haven't. They've been crap.
But the ones that have gone through are alright.
Yes.
Some grand finalists from the first series in there still.
Yep, dinner plate.
Got a few more to come as well.
Okay.
More sumos to watch!
Yay.
Your predictions for the Heat final. We've got Angry Monkey versus L'Eternal. Angry Monkey with the yeah?
Yeah.
Straight for L'Eternal. Why?
I think it'll push it out the arena.
Push it out the arena.
Yeah.
I suppose. I reckon it will take the wheels off. And the claws. It will take the claws off. Render it useless.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Let's get to the Heat final.
So our two professional presenters have their opinions. I have my opinions too. It's between the Angry Monkey and the Cakeinator. A tough decision, but both these robots should come up with a spectacular Heat final for Heat E. Angry Monkey, mightily impressive so far, but is it really as impressive as L'Eternal's Cakeinator? Absolutely destructive. And hopefully we'll be seeing some destruction here in this Heat final today. Let's go. L'Eternal's robot, the Cakeinator, a forward charge on the Angry Monkey robot, whose weapons are still slightly too far apart. Maybe an upgrade for next year would see them placed more towards the middle, but it is underneath Leternal's robot, and if it can tip over Leternal, it could claim victory. But hasn't quite got the drive to get under, because Leternal is a very wide, very long robot. We have had some very large robots in this heat today. Huge beasts, probably bigger than any we've had so far. But now Leternal's robot gets in on the side of Angry Monkey and rips a wheel off. Rips 2 wheels off. I didn't see that second one. That's another 2 wheels to add to our wheel collection from this episode. And Angry Monkey now is looking dead and buried against a highly, brilliantly, astonishingly powerful Leternal machine. I can see this one going all the way, you know. It's so destructive. Probably the most destructive robot we've seen in Banter Wars. Angry Monkey's out of it. It lost even more wheels. Can the Observer Bot defeat Leternal for a 3rd time straight? It's done much better than any of our other competitors have done against this mighty machine. All it needs to do is push into the pit, push onto the flipper, maybe the drop zone. Anything to rid the arena of such a monstrosity that is Leternal's Cakeinator. What a strange name, by the way, the Cakeinator. Where's that name come from? Answers on a postcard, please, Leternal. Doesn't look much like a cake, and it certainly isn't as pleasant as one. Right, the pit's open, so the Observer Bot just needs to guide Leternal's robot. It's on top of the Observer Bot now, and it's in the pit. Well done, Observer Bot, but even more congratulations to the Cakeinator for a devastating display in this heat. A real strong favourite going into the grand final. Angry Monkey ripped apart in seconds, even after an impressive heat for itself. The Observer Bot maintains its dignity, though, by defeating Leternal's robot on all 3 occasions. It's been another fantastic heat with some fantastic robots. But it's Leternal's that makes its way to the grand final. Commiserations to Angry Monkey and its machine. Let's see what our 2 experts have to say.
We both predicted correctly in saying that Leternal would be the victor in the heat final.
Yeah. Angry Monkey wasn't angry enough.
Not angry enough. Needed that little bit more rage.
And the wheels were on the outside again.
Ish. They're not completely on the outside. They're quite exposed.
Yeah.
Exposed enough for Leternal to get a grip of them and just shred them off. I mean, it's just obliterated everything. Leternal.
At the moment, I see only one robot beating it, and that's Tutorial.
You think Tutorial has a chance of beating it?
Yeah, from the last round.
I'm not too sure about that. So you think Leternal could go on to win the whole series?
At this stage in the tournament, yeah. I think it's one of the better robots that we've had go through.
Big words from Vice President Jim. We'll see if the next heat brings about any more powerful robots. 8 more to come. 3 more heats. We've got 5 robots in the final already. So tune in next week for Heat F. Yes, that's the one. Heat F of Banter Wars Series 2. Any last words, Vice President Jim?
Bye.
See you later.
They'll never get it right, will they? Anyway, next week we've got a walking robot. We have a goose head and Corinna Bob. And we also have a spider versus a snake. Followed up by a Greek versus a burnt waffle. Next time on Banter Wars. Have you enjoyed this episode of Banter Wars? Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share if you did. Remember, the more you share, the bigger the show becomes, the better it becomes. Submissions are open for Series 3. If you're interested in entering, please either send a PM to the Prime Minister on Aholt's Twitter or go to watch the entrance video given in the description below. If you want to keep up to date with Banter Wars action, go to the Banter Wars Facebook page or go to the Banter Wars wiki, which is given in the link below. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.